stream. Goalie for today. Not sure yet.
Are we live? Check.
Hey, can anybody hear us? Can any of the four listening hear us?
We're live? Chuck, are we live?
I think we're live. I'm live.
We have 11 people on there. That's a good start. Good afternoon, everybody, for the matinee version of the final regular season game
Of the stream team.
Riding a 10-game win streak and coming off their victory against Lakeville South to clinch alone at the top the South Suburban Conference title.
First time ever.
Going up against the 5-16-3 Farmington Tigers. Incidentally, this is the third game in 3 days for Farmington.
They're practicing for the state tournament, but they're not going to get there.
Well, you never know. Anything can happen once you get to sections.
They're in that.
They had their makeup game last night, which is a unique Friday night barn burner. Yep. Took it to. They lost 7-1 in that game. But so this is going to be interesting. There with a quick turnaround time for them. It'll be interesting to see how they come out. The Irish at least had a Thursday night.
Yeah, I hope they don't have a hangover.
I hope so too. getting ready to play here. The ice has been cleaned up. Farmington's coming out. The refs are already here. We have a unique perspective this game, Chuck. We're on the side of the clock.
Slide down,
There we go. We're on the, we have to spread out in the press box here.
Yeah, look at Red brought his daughter out.
You know, we get a better view of our fans today since the camera will be pointing right at them half the time.
They're Irish.
As the Irish take the ice here. A couple of players sitting out today. Is still fighting an upper body cautionary hold out today.
I think Lewandowski's sitting too, I think. And Chai, of course,
yep.
is still out.
Luke is sitting out, a precautionary measure as well. And then our appendectomy patient is also taking it easy today. Tyler Linneruth is also out today. So we'll have some interesting lines today with Luke, Tyler, and Garrett out.
I see a lot of JV players in this game, maybe.
Also, Tollefson is starting. We thought Reed might get the start today. Wheeler also starting a D with Jake Ratzloff, so no surprises yet. Thought maybe we'd have a different starting lineup for today. Looks like it'll be the senior line.
Senior number 4, Noah Berg.
Berg, Carter, and Sabo.
The starting center for the Irish is senior number 12, Jackson Sabo.
So the Tigers will get a fresh look of the opening lineup for your section tournament, looks like.
Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Farmington Tigers.
So while they're doing the other team's starting lineup, do you want to give our disclaimer?
We are a totally Rosemount biased broadcast. We don't give a dang about the other team. And we probably won't say much about them except for this guy with the long hair here. We are totally Rosemount based, Rosemount biased. It's all Irish here. There.
It will be interesting if there is the only time we'll talk about Farmington here. 29 there has got a serious Joe Dirt mullet.
Yeah, he does. If he cut some bangs in, he'd be right.
He's got to tuck it behind his ears. That's some serious lettuce. David Knoll on the camera today. David, good to see you.
Ladder. Do you see the screen okay? You good?
Anthem.
Maybe acapella.
National anthem again.
Well done.
The 2020 graduate from Farmington did a nice job.
Now he's going to have to sit in the penalty box for 17 minutes.
Now he works the box. We'll let you sing the anthem as long as you work the box. Both teams do their preparatory chant. And we'll be underway here shortly. We need a puck though. And the puck is up and it's retrieved.
We're ready for some hockey.
We're going to check the nets now, it looks like.
The officials for this afternoon's game have been assigned by the Minneapolis Hockey Officials Association. The referees are Jason Herzog and Adam Knudsen. The linesman,
Rosemount's ready.
Sam Pinka.
Jimmy, eye in the sky, Sadie.
Eyes just walked by, he did. He's going to the perch.
Going to his perch.
And here we go. Face off there, won by Rosemount. Berg sends it back to the D. They'll swing it up down the middle. That gets chipped all the way down. And 10 seconds in, we're out of play. Try this again at center ice.
Farmington's going to play a physical brand of hockey here tonight, I think. They got nothing to play for. And they're probably a little pissed off that we won a conference title.
They'd probably like nothing more than to beat the South Suburban Conference champions. Mishandled there by Farmington. That'll go in deep. Picked up there by Wheeler. He tries to poke that up to Berg. Ref in the way again. Berg is able to pick it up though. Tries to center it. That's intercepted. Comes in. Carter able to pick it back up. He'll go behind the net. Over to Wheeler. Berg tries to lift the stick. That comes out. Oh, to Sabo. Almost had a breakaway there. He'll send it off a Wheeler's stick. That'll go deep, and we'll get our first. Farmington pinned up against the corner there. Kennefick's able to retrieve the puck at center. We'll give it over to Broughton Sable, who tries to sauce it in the middle there to King. That goes behind the net. Farmington trying to come out, get an angle. They'll pass it back. They'll come all the way up, ride the board to the top. Picked up by Carlson at the line there. Quick pass over to Kennefick, who leaves it for King, who comes into the zone. He's checked hard off the puck. Farmington tries to bounce it up the boards, just out of the reach. That'll go deep for Berg behind. Let pass to OVC, that tips it up to King. Intercepted again by Farmington as they'll send it deep. Ratzlaff gives chase. OVC is able to pinch that up to a streaking Ratzlaff coming up through the middle now. With Patrick Hayes trailing in the middle. And Ratzlaff with a quick shot there that's blocked by the goalie.
A good rush by Jake.
Rosemount will send it in deep. They'll get a partial line change here. Farmington high up off the glass. Into the neutral zone. Have an own player streaking in there, loses the handle. They'll try to regroup around the perimeter. Hard check off the puck there. Over to Patrick Hayes, who comes in. He'll center it over. Out of a pass there.
The new stick's not broken in yet.
The goalie. A quick shot there by Campbell.
Right in the logo, so we should call him a logo assassin.
We're tiger hunting today.
Tiger hunting today. Cougar hunting the other night, tiger hunting today.
Hit him right in the paw. In the morning skate. It's hard to do that.
Yeah, unless you hadn't done it.
Thank God for Kusky Financial Management, as your wealth has grown that you can afford a few sticks.
Well, I was hoping I could get by the rest of the year without maybe not buying a stick, since the skates are falling apart.
Just needs about another month. Oh, are we? Apparently we're in the view of the camera. We've been instructed to move back by our producer.
Our technical advisor.
As we mentioned earlier, we do have a weird angle from this perch.
Yeah, they're not very high stands. They're it's just not an easy place to broadcast from, I guess. They do have a lot of banners on their roof, though.
They do. Picked up by Ratsoff, so we'll send it back in. Rosemount will have to regroup. Got a Farmington player in the skates, he didn't even know it. Tollefson tries to stop it behind the net. Centering pass kept in by Farmington, but intercepted there again by Ratsoff. He tries to get it to Carter, and just that's picked off by Farmington. Squirts. Carter, who centers it, just out of the reach of King, but able to be picked up there by Wheeler. Farmington able to get that puck. Sabo was the first one in to give chase, so the forechecking alert there with Rosemount as Sabo gives the Farmington players some trouble. It's kept in the zone there by Broughton Sabo. Kennefic now. Sabo still on him and hits him hard. That'll be a penalty.
He's going to get a 2-minute rest now.
The ref does not look happy about that.
Jackson, of course, said he didn't do it. It was somebody else.
What's that?
Jackson said it was somebody else. It wasn't me.
We said something to the ref because the ref turned around and said something back to him, and both decided to not continue that conversation.
Bird, Carter, Campbell, and Sabo filling the penalty.
So Carter, Berg, Campbell, and Broughton Sabo here on the penalty kill. Rosemount's penalty kill, probably one of the tops in the state right now, just under 90%. They've done a nice job this year with this unit, and the next unit that'll come out. They try to clear it out. It's kept in by Farmington. They'll send it deep into the corner. Farmington will try to get an angle with a one-timer that goes just wide left. Try to walk that in. It's kept in. His own player in the head.
That's supposed to be a pass, I think.
Although that would have gone over the net, it looked like, unless it was redeflected down. And Rosemount able to clear the puck, and they'll get a line change here 1 minute into the penalty kill. Got Kennefic, King, Ratzloff, and Wheeler out there now. That'll come all the way around to Kennefic, who will regroup, send that back to Wheeler. Wheeler will cross. We'll get it back to Wheeler. Looks like a power play suddenly.
Looks like a power play chance for the Irish.
Two guys in there on Farmington's 5, able to work the puck for a couple of shots. Farmington now breaks the other way. That's blocked by Wheeler. It'll work to try to get an angle now. That'll go high off the boards, deep into the corner. Wheeler able to intercept, come the other way. Right at full strength as Sable comes out. Farmington. On the back check there, nicely done. That's picked up now by King. Or Berg. Oh, and he's sandwiched.
Over there.
Farmington will send it deep. They'll try to change some of their line. Berg able to lift the stick. That'll get chipped all the way out. Offsides. Here's a breakaway with Carter coming in. And a centering pass just tipped wide right there by Carter, but he'll get it back to Sable, who gives it all the way over there and scores!
Nicely done.
So Carter able to regroup after that tip shot wide right. Got it back to Sable, who fed it to Berg. It should be Berg from Sable and Carter. We'll see what they call here.
That's what happens when you play for about 10 years together.
We'll see if they get the second assist here. Some of these refs are blind to some of this. They don't follow the.
Could be Berg from Sable.
Come at the 8:23 mark here in the first. So we were right.
They were right.
We could be ref. Picking up right where they. And here comes Tollison able to make the save, and Farmington looks like they're trying to pick up the pace.
They scored first the first time we played them, and we ended up going to overtime. I think we got a goal late to tie it up. They went to overtime and won it on a shorty, maybe, if I remember correctly.
We won it with Kennefic intercepting at the blue line, breaking into the zone with a wrist shot to score, and you're right. We won 3-2 in overtime. So that pass intercepted to Hayes, dumped deep by Farmington. That'll go behind the net. Farmington will try to set something up in the middle. That'll go back behind the net, picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler will center that up to OVC with coming in with Hayes.
Oh,
shot, just wide
high. That was a nice pass, really nice pass.
Patrick Hayes with a, not sure what you call that.
Half a pass.
Half a pass to the side of the net. Sable gives chase. He'll regroup behind the net. He'll break out the other side, get that up to Berg. Oh, and down goes hard.
Oh, he couldn't land the triple axle. That's going to be a couple tenths of a deduction.
Sable's got some dirt on his uniform now. His brother Broughton will pick that up, try to center that. That goes off the glass high, almost into the stands. Brother to brother again. Sable now tries to chip that to Berg. He'll send it all the way over now. Picked up by Campbell. That's intercepted and broken up. A 1-on-3 though.
1-on-3 with Tully on the back end. I like that.
I just noticed on the wall on the far end, they're recognizing some players from the past. Apparently one player named Professional, one player named Relentless, and one named Humble.
Yeah, Humble,
on the wall.
Humble we know.
Rosemount will win that face-off. Campbell comes out to Farmington. Broke Farmington as they'll get a shot down quick, wide right. Pinned up in the corner now with Sabo and Campbell. Sabo able to pick that up. Gives that all the way over to Kennefic, but now breaks through the middle. Goes around his man and gets pinched off the puck there into the corner. Whoa. Spun around backwards there as he entered the zone. That could have easily been offsides. All the way down. Tip deep, and the Irish will change the line again here. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the first. Almost picked off by Rosemount there as Farmington tries to break out of the zone. Through the neutral zone. That'll be picked up by King as he'll break in. It's got Carlson going in a high blocker shot. Just barely missed the net there. Another shot comes in and that's blocked. Goalie's down. Goalie is down, got sprayed. The puck was loose.
The ref never lost sight of the puck, though. That was the difference.
Goalie tried his best laying down with the spray in his face and everything.
Doesn't matter if the goalie can see it or not. The ref never lost sight of the
Barely
puck.
King scored that. He's the first through the line. We'll see what the other call is. Who did he recognize as giving the assist? So the Irish up now 2-0.
Scoring for Rosemount, number 14. First assist goes number 6, Joel Carlson.
Oh, good.
Second assist, number 16, Riley Bowen.
So a fresh line of points there
35.
with King from Carlson and Bowick. 11:35 that goal comes. Remaining mark here is Farmington will send that puck deep. This should be icing. In high school, you are allowed to change lines on an icing. In the NHL, you are not. Irish will win that face-off. That'll go back to Campbell with a quick shot that deflects up in the goalie's face. And a rebound there by Berg. Off the goalie's face as well and just over the net. Carter gives chase here, along with Berg on the forecheck. They try to keep it in the zone, and Farmington able to break out. Picked up by Sabo. He'll dump it in. Berg able to keep pace with that. He'll follow it up behind the net. Some pitchforking going on. 3-on-2 here. Farmington comes out with the puck. That'll be sent high. That over to Campbell. That comes out to Kenefick. Off the boards nicely, but Kenefick just not able to hold on to that. Farmington now breaking in. Quick shot there just wide right. Ratzlaff will send that up the side. Down back and forth. That'll squirt up to Kenefick now. Back to Ratzlaff all the way over. Picked up by Berg. He tries to get it all the way across the ice to Kenefick. Not happen. Now they'll break out. Kenefick able to pick that up from a pass from Ratzlaff.
We got some fans helping the referees out here a little bit as to where that face-off should be, but if they were right all the time, they'd be wearing the striped shirts.
That they're biased.
And, oh yeah, by the way, they're biased too.
So Klopp able to win that face-off. Goes from Wheeler over to Broughton Sabu, who sends it deep, and they're offsides. They'll regroup as Farmington tries to get something going here coming out of the zone. They'll cross through. That's blocked. Another quick shot and an easy save for Tollefson as he's pushed back, but he's good distance up out of the crease and has room to be pushed back. So here.
That's unusual.
But we know 2 of the Rosemount shots have gone in and none of Farmington's so far. Well, that's right on the line. That stayed in and dumped deep by Farmington.
That's about all we can say for certainty.
Carter with his new stick sends it back behind the net. High pace coming up. Campbell squirts in. Chips it to himself in the corner. He'll send it around.
He got horse collared.
Broughton couldn't quite get the trigger on that. Because now Farmington will come back the other way. That'll get set. Will stop. Broughton say we'll pick that up, give it to Carter. Set up to with a collision there. Fortunate nobody got hurt there, although Sabo is gingerly heading off the ice right now.
I think he might have got bit a little bit there. That was a solid hit.
Nice pass by Berg there, right through the middle of Carter as he'll break in. Carter gets around his man. He'll look for someone. He'll try to pass and Klopp in the middle there. But he'll come back and say hello, take everyone out.
Got a meet and greet at center ice.
Who does he think he is, Dustin Bufflin?
Got a meet and greet at center ice.
He definitely did the touch in there.
Yes, he did. He laid the hammer down.
Laid the hammer on our own guy, too.
Casualty of war.
Klopp felt what it was like to get the wrath of Carter. New stick and all. That puck will go all the way down in the face-off. D to D there, with Wheeler getting it up to Kennefic, who squirts that out to Klopp, who tries to get that all the way over, but didn't quite make it all the way. And now Farmington able to get it deep. Chased down by Ratzlaff. Got a minute and a half to go here in the first. Wheeler will pick that up behind the net, send it around to Kennefic. That'll come all the way out to center ice and sent back in. Tollefson able to make a save from center ice. And now Mason Wheeler will streak up the side. He's got Sabo in the middle with him. He'll go behind the net. Centering pass there just through the crease. Kennefic tips that up to the top and he'll break down to the middle with a quick shot. Sabo's able to give a tip. They didn't like that.
This is going to be one of those games where you got to have your head on a swivel because you know Farmington's going to finish every check.
Perfectly legal to give the first stab there until the whistle's blown.
Yeah, he got his stab in, but you know you're going to mess around in the kitchen, you're going to get slapped by the cook.
Look at the squat on this ref dropping the puck. That is low. You don't. Quick tip there by Campbell, just wide left.
Good pass by Broad Sabo.
We're distracted there by the ref in position. We'll have to take note of that in the next face-off. That might be an all-state position for face-off drops in the high school reffing.
We got one coming up right now.
Community. We'll have to take a look again if that's a normal.
He's auditioning for.
All right.
Make sure you get this referee squad on camera.
Let's look for the. Oh yeah, he's definitely. He rides a horse for sure. He is getting low. There's a hand pass. Must have hit the stick though. That'll be sent deep by Farmington. Squirts out in the middle there, but Sabo able to pick that up. He loses the handle. Towards the net, but just went wide left. Reach a Carter.
He wouldn't
have put a curve on that stick that we don't know about.
Farmington with 6.
So 10 6 shots.
Total. There you got your shot total. 10 for Rosemount, 6 for Farmington. But the only shots that count are the ones that go in. Everybody knows that, right?
So pretty fast-paced first period. One penalty there on Sabo. 2 goals for the Irish. First one scored by Noah Berg with the assist to Carter and
Sabo.
Second goal there scored by Adam King with the assist to Bowick and Carlson.
Yeah.
And the Irish have a 2-goal lead here as we clean the ice. So any particular thoughts from the first period there, Chuck?
Well, that kind of turned out pretty much the way I figured it would. Farmington's going to come out and flex their muscle a little bit and work out their frustrations for the last time this year. Rosemount's going to take advantage of it and play the more skillful game. Just hope that nobody gets hurt on Rosemount in a game like this. They have a lot more in their future than Farmington has. As they'll both go on to section play next week, but I think Rosemount's outlook in sections is probably a little bit brighter than Farmington's.
So right now,
looking up other scores.
let's see what's happening here in the rest of the South Suburban Conference today. Prior Lake is actually leading Eastview right now, 3-1. Wayzata leading in non-conference play. Wayzata leading Edina 2-1.
Just in case anyone's wondering, I think the section seedings are all set. And in section 3AA, which is where Rosemount plays, they got the number 2 seed behind St. Thomas Cadets of the St. Thomas Academy.
Right now, if it ended today, St. Thomas would have the 1 seed. Rosemount would be 2. Egan would be 3. Eastview would be 4. Jefferson 5. Eastridge 6. Park Cottage Grove 7. And the play-in game between 8 and 9 would be Burnsville and Apple Valley.
So Rosemount's probably looking at playing Park and Cottage Grove at Rosemount on
Next Tuesday.
Thursday night.
Or Thursday.
Playing game would be Thursday or Tuesday.
The 21st. Play-in game would be Tuesday.
So that's what we got to look forward to.
St. Thomas would have the winner between Burnsville and Apple Valley. Egan would play Eastridge, and Eastview would have Jefferson. Then the winner of the St. Thomas Burnsville Apple Valley game would face the winner of Eastridge and Egan. Oh no, we would face
we would
Rosemount
face
if they would
game.
win against Cottage Grove, would face Eastridge or Egan. St. Thomas, if they were to win, Eastview and Jefferson would have the winner there.
I'd like to see Eastview win that Jefferson game and then give St. Thomas all they could handle.
Be nice. I don't think these are. I mean, they probably aren't going to change much from that, but they're not locked in yet.
I think they're pretty much set, though. They're not locked in, but I think they're pretty much set. What is St. Thomas's record?
St. Thomas is 21-3-1.
Okay.
So they're done with their regular season.
So they're basically the same record as Rosemount.
They're on a 10. They've finished the season with a 10-game win streak.
They're like the same as Rosemount. The only thing they got on us is that they beat us. They beat us.
They finished with a conference record of 9-1 and against the section 3-0. One of those games against Rosemount. So Rosemount against section opponents is 9-2, not including today's game. Conference record of 15-2. They're also on a 10-game win streak right now.
Approaching the record set last year.
If they win today, they break the season record for wins.
Season record for wins, and they can still tie the longest consecutive win streak.
They gotta win the first section game to. If they win today, they gotta win the first section game to tie it, and the second section game to break it.
Break that record.
Yep.
Let's hope they do that.
Yeah, let's hope they do it for sure. I think it's so we're looking at the feed here on the YouTube. It looks like there's a question about are any of the section games going to be at home. John Rademacher comments it's the first 2. I believe it's only the first 1.
I heard that they changed it this year, and the only one that's at a neutral site
Is the final?
the championship game.
Okay.
So that would make the first two. Hopefully, you get the first two at Rosemount.
So well done, John Rademacher. You win a set of steak knives from Kusky Financial Management.
I talked to Brett about that.
Talk to Brett about getting your steak knives as our sponsor.
I'm sure Brett has them sitting behind the counter for when you walk in for your next consultation. He'll just probably hand them over to you.
So appreciate the change in the rules there, John. And it would be Thursday and Saturday. The play-in game will be Tuesday for the 8 and 9 seed. As in the section tournament, though, it's lose and you're done.
Yeah, no second chances here. See, this is where you want to win your last game. Win your last game. Rosemount this is the first time they've won the South Suburban Championship outright, but they are no stranger to the state tournament, as we know, right, Mike?
That's correct.
They have played Greenway of Coleraine the first year there was a two-class state championship. 1991-ish, 90-ish, something like that.
Might even have been a little earlier than that. Or after that. Might have been 93.
Hey, Rademacher, if you're not doing anything, check that out. Man.
Yeah. John, earn those steak knives, buddy. Give us some help. Stefano's not on, so we need your help, Rademacher.
If we had Stefano online, he'd have that for us.
So kind of a subdued crowd here for a Saturday afternoon season finale.
Knowing the community of Farmington as I do, they're probably all out on their snowmobiles, racing around the empty cornfields.
We did notice there were a couple snowmobiles out front.
Was there?
People rode their snowmobiles to the game. We wondered if that was some of the players. So it looks like we got one more strip here to go down with the Zamboni.
I think it's going to be two more. He's not going to get it all in this one.
Oh, amateur.
Max is playing one of those springtime all-star games, and they had a guy on the team from Laverne, which is down in the southwest corner of the state. And what's his name?
Jackson?
Nick Sherrick.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Sherrick asked me if they had a drive your tractor to work day. All the kids got a good chuckle out of that because most of them are from the cities. And,
leave it to Nick Sherrick to come up with that.
Yeah.
I remember one time when you and I were filling in for Troy Campbell coaching a AAA team one summer, and we took all the credit for the win, but we really didn't have to do anything. All the boys knew each other. Nick was on that team. Tyler was on that.
Nick came off the ice that one time. He says, Coach, what's my hands? I said, Nick, what's the matter with your hands? They're hot.
He dangled from one end of the ice to the other and roofed it and came over, and just that was enough. His hands were hot. Needed to cool him down.
So needless to say, before the next game, I found a bucket of slush. I said, next time you get hot hands, dip them in here.
Good times. That was a while ago, too. Has Rademacher answered the question about the two-class?
92.
92.
He's might be about Roddy's vintage, isn't it? What year did you graduate, John?
Who, Rademacher?
Yeah.
He's got to be a 2000 grad. He's young.
Okay, anyways, he said Rosemount won one game that year.
Wow.
They played in the state tournament and finished second to the Greenway team.
After winning one game in the regular season?
Yeah, after winning one game.
So that's peaking at the right time.
That is peaking at the right time.
We understand there might be some sound difficulty. The Wi-Fi speed here is not as optimum as other rinks.
It's not state of the art like Rosemount Community Center.
We're tapped into David Knoll's hotspot right now on his cell phone.
And he's about out of data.
He's about out of data.
You'll have to get another check for data from the Blue Line Club.
He goes a gig at a time. Should have a contest how much we can get David to crack up. He's turning away from us to not illustrate any break. He's very professional. He's done a good job this year, David.
I wish I made this kind of money doing this.
He definitely makes more than us. I mean, the talent is in the camera work for sure. If we got half of what David made, we would be happy. Although you did get a paid time off leave, I didn't get that.
That wasn't paid from the Blue Line Club, I'll tell you that
No,
much.
it wasn't. That Blue Line Club, they're slave drivers here.
It's hard to get money from them unless you need another sweater or...
Be nice to get the ref up here to ask about that squat. I mean, do you think they teach? I've never seen that.
That was unusual.
That's a definite...
Speaking of the Blue Line Club, you think they can get a South Suburban Champ banner made before Thursday?
I don't know.
Get it hung in the arena?
You would know that better than me, having been the banner man in the youth program for a couple of years.
If I was on it, it'd be done.
It'd already be hanging?
It'd be ordered.
Here come the Irish to start the second period.
We got a small sampling of the super fans here, probably 15, 20 kids maybe, mostly girls.
Tollefson will scratch up the crease there. Farmington has yet to come on the ice. I think they're making their way now.
Let's bring them on. I thought this was a nice touch, Mike. As is customary, after every game they give out a game puck to the player that has the best game, but they deviated from that a little bit this last game, and they gave the game puck to Coach Saney for being the first coach in Rosemount history to win the conference in
very nice.
hockey. It was very
nice gesture. And incidentally, along that line, Ricky was interviewed on the Brandon Molesky podcast yesterday. Did a nice job there for about 16 minutes explaining some of the program and the background of how the team's able to go back to back. Oh, and a sticky puck there.
They found a puddle of water.
But nice to explain some of the program and the heritage that they're starting to build here with the culture that Ricky's trying to instill. Good testament to the work the whole team has done. I know Ricky would say it's all about the kids, but the coach has to take some credit for that too. Quick shot there by Farmington, steered away by Tollefson. Apparently the play doesn't let us finish our thought. They're going to go right into it.
Yeah.
Going to go behind the net. Tried to centering pass there with a quick one-timer. Tollefson lost sight of that as the Farmington player just snapped it back into the zone.
Well, there's a whole host of players standing in the way.
And off the pipe and in, almost like Rosemount caught sleeping there a little bit. That might be the wake-up call they need to put the pedal down a little bit here. So in the first 45 seconds here of the period, Farmington able to make this a one-goal game, with Rosemount leading 2-1 now. King to take the face-off there with Kennefic and Carlson. Will be sent deep by King behind the net. Picked up by Farmington. Kennefic with a shot that just goes over the top of the glove in the net there. Farmington trying to clear the puck. It goes to King, who takes a shot that's blocked. Kept in by Kennefic, who sends it down just wide right. That's kept in by Campbell, who tries to get it all the way over to Brottensable, who sends that on net. High chip shot over the top. King changes position to try to keep it in there. It goes back behind the net. Carlson's met hard there. That's a centering shot too. Carlson with a quick wrist shot. Hits the goalie on the pad side. Kept in as Kennefic sends a shot deep. That rebounds right out to Campbell, whose shot is blocked, and now Farmington comes.
The race is on.
And Tollefson able to steer out there. 3 faster Irish skaters to 1 Farmington skater, with a sliding goalie makes no goal.
That's right. You kind of outrace him, bump him off balance a little bit.
Oh, here's a spot. Look at that. That's low.
He's kind of leaving himself exposed, though.
Pinched into the corner there as Wheeler's able to come out with it. He'll go back behind the net, send that up to OVC. OVC tries to center that. That's blocked back into the zone. Picked up by Wheeler, who sends that to Ratzlaff, who gives it back to Wheeler. He'll come up the middle now. He'll lose the puck at the line there. OVC now comes in with the puck. He'll try to do a backhander that just goes left.
Most guys will skate around that backhand, get the puck on their forehand side. He invited it.
He wanted his first goal to be unique with a backhander. He'll pick it up again here. Dangle around 2 players into the corner. Farmington, though, able to come out with it, and they'll try to chip it up. That's blocked by Sabo. Kept in the zone, but then eventually comes out to Farmington. They send it all the way down.
That should be icing.
An icing call. Careless pass there by Farmington. Results in the puck coming all the way down. We'll get to watch the squat again. Well, maybe not as low. He's not as low this time. Just took a stick to the face as that puck goes high over the top of the net. Streaking through the middle now is Sable, who drops it off to Berg, who chips it down. Kennefic tries to intercept. That goes up to the top by Campbell, sent back down behind the net. Farmington now regroups and hits a player coming through the middle. Centered just out of the reach and picked up by Berg as he'll come up high off the glass to nobody. That gets dumped back in deep, and Tollefson puts his stick on it to set it up. Kept in there by Farmington and now picked up by Kennefic as he's coming in. He had a man on the wide right there, but didn't see him breaking out in front of him. Tries a centering pass there that's broken up by Farmington, and they dump it out of play.
Shot it up in the netting.
Gentleman that Max Carter is picks up the puck after the Farmington player scoots it around and says, "Here you go, ref."
Politely hands it to him. That's the way we raise them in Rosemount.
Well, Terry did.
I coached to the bitter side, I guess.
Little line change up here. Carter's on a line with King and Balwick.
Carter able to win that face-off with a shot there by Sabo, or Ratzlaff just wide left. Ratzlaff looks to set something up, goes behind the net. He tries to chip that out to King, who loses the handle on it there and gets it to Farmington, who centers it. And Tollefson still in the pose there. Farmington makes a quick turnaround and is able to squeak that between Tollefson's legs. And that'll tie the game just like that.
He made no hesitation on putting that second goal on the scoreboard. That second goal was up there before I could turn and take a look.
It went in there pretty quick, and that must be that player's first goal because they've
Taking the puck out
took the puck out of play. Looks like there's some jawing going on out there now.
Here's your Tiger story. Story for the Tigers, number 37, Ryan Grover.
So this is very similar to the first game these two teams played.
Second assist to number 23, Reed Catterlin.
They just have a little bit more jump in their step right now.
From Gruber and Catterlin at 4:06.
Josh Klopp comes into the zone, leaves it back for Carlson, who takes a one-timer there right into the goalie's pads, and we'll have a penalty called here. Patrick Hayes not happy about that call, but he's going to get called for hooking.
McLovin doesn't like it.
He'll go to the box as he lets the Farmington player know what he thinks of their uniforms. So the penalty kill for the Irish again. They were successful on their first defense. Farmington
The penalty has been assessed to Rosemount, number 7.
oh, that hits the ref
Hayes.
and squirts out to the convenience of Rosemount here. Sabo now centers that puck to Berg. Unique short-handed opportunity there is just stopped.
4:46.
Patrick still slamming his stick in disgust.
He's not happy.
He's not happy at all.
He doesn't get much ice time, and when he gets out there, he doesn't want to end up in the penalty box.
There's the ref down low again. It's a slow pass out from behind the net. Farmington will start the rush to try to set up their power play. Break into the zone around Ratzlaff. He's able to slow him down. That puck will come all the way across with another quick shot. That Wheeler puts his head down and stops it with the top of his head. It's an interesting way to block a shot.
It's not the recommended way.
That was a unique sound. So the Irish really need to settle down here. Fight this penalty as that puck goes out of play and regroup then to get back on track here. So 2-2 with 11:15 to go. About a minute 2 left in the penalty to Hayes.
Connor, Max, Broughton, and Mason Campbell is killing the penalty now.
Rosemount wins that face-off. They get it out of the zone, and Kennefic gives chase. He's able to pick it up and send it deep. And on the forecheck into the zone there, no call, but a hard hit into the corner there. Went Carter.
He'll get even.
He looks like he's on a mission now. He got his number, that's for sure.
He'll get even. Might not be with him, but it'll be with one of his buddies.
Farmington will go deep in the corner. That squirts out to Carter, who's able to pick the puck up behind the net and high up off the glass, all the way down. They'll change the line here on the penalty kill. All 4 players off. Kennefic has yet to leave the ice from that last shift. Quick shot there as Tollefson's able to make the save. Picked up there by Kennefic and blocked in by Farmington as they cut to the middle now. The quick shot, they score again. Right as the penalty expired, Farmington cuts to the middle. Nobody on him there as he just takes a simple wrist shot from the center of the slot and right on the left side of Tollefson.
We gotta kind of wonder about the Irish care factor right now. Do they really care if they win this game and just get out of here without anyone getting hurt? I'm sure that that's not anything that's going to come from the top.
Rare situation here for Rosemount now as their trail 2-3 here with 10 minutes to go here in the second. That puck will go deep. Intercepted again by Farmington. Off the top of Tollefson's stick. Goes high over the glass. Or over the net. Hits the glass. The Irish now try to center that out. Wheeler will regroup, take it back in, go back behind the boards to Ratzlaff. Ratzlaff's able to squirt that one out to Carter, who centers to King. King breaks in, leaves it for Wheeler. It's knocked off his stick into the corner. Wheeler able to stay on the puck. Farmington, though, picks it up. They'll center it now, comes all the way up there, intercepted by Carter. He's able to keep it in. He'll turn. He's checked off the puck there as it comes back up. Campbell gives a little bit of a chase there. Farmington now in a 2-on-2 situation. Drop pass back. Broken up there nicely by Carter, who feeds it up to Sabo now. He'll try to come the other way. Try to use his body to get around the Farmington player, and he does with one hand, and he'll draw a penalty. This will be a penalty on Farmington now as Berg now will get it over to Broughton Sabo, who'll dump it deep into the corner, and unfortunately, Sabo was able to pick that up. I thought they lost it. This should be a stop, though, as Farmington able to touch the puck. That'll be a holding call on Farmington. And the Irish will go on a rare power play in this game. That's the first penalty on Farmington called tonight. To give the first penalty power play unit a chance here to tie the game up with 8:32 to go in the second. Ref's ready to drop the puck. The Irish are still trying to figure out who's coming out on the ice. You could get the puck to drop. They could wave the player out of the dot here with the delay. And he waves him out. You could call that from here, Chuck.
Yeah. Usually if you're late getting to the dot, they'll kick you out.
They should have let Berg go in there if they wanted Sable to take it, knowing they were going to wave whoever was off.
Yeah, you got to think outside the box sometimes.
Here comes Wheeler up the middle down the left side. He'll go around the net. Seems to be his forte. When he does that, Ratzlaff keeps it in. He'll walk to the middle. Send it over to Kennefic. Give it back to Ratzlaff. They'll try to get an angle with Wheeler's one-timer. Blocked by the goalie there and sent back around. Wheeler able to keep it in, though. That goes just out of the reach of Berg. Sable picks it up. Gives it back to Berg. To Sable, up to Wheeler. He'll walk to the middle now with a wrist shot. That goes off the pipe. Hard wrist shot there. Just put a dent in the pipe.
That's the
by Wheeler.
The third pipe by Rosemount this game.
They'll send it over to Kennefic now. He'll try to find a corner. It's blocked by the goalie. Goes right through the crease. Picked up by Ratzlaff. Oh, he thought he was going to take the shot there. That'll come over to Wheeler from Berg, who's at the top of the point. Back to Berg. He'll get that over to Ratzlaff, who centers to Kennefic, who just couldn't keep it just out of his reach.
He had a wide open net.
Great chance there for the Irish multiple times that they weren't able to convert. Up the ice now. Berg loses the handle in the zone, but able to regroup and pick that up. That'll come out to Kennefic, who'll send it all the way over to Wheeler. Wheeler with another shot that's tipped just wide right. Comes back up to the top to Kennefic, who sends it down, and the Farmington tries to clear, but Kennefic keeps it in. He'll walk to the middle. He'll get a pass over there that Wheeler gets his stick on. They'll regroup. Centers to Berg and just over his stick, but picked up by Kennefic, who'll dump it deep for Berg. And a centering pass there. Farmington back to full strength as Kennefic has to send it deep after losing the handle there. Carlson now picks it up. Oh, and he's hit hard in the corner there, no call. Hit hard in his head, and there's a scrum going down in the corner now.
The Moms want a penalty.
I recall this ref here now. This is one of the refs that called nothing as they hit Sabo coming in the middle, and he's able to go backhand to tie the game.
That's a Sabo-to-Sabo connection there.
Great move by Jackson Sabo. Thought he might go 5-hole there, but he pulled it back and let the goalie make a move and then top shelved it to tie the game here at 3 apiece.
That'll make Kelly really happy. Sable to Sable connection.
That goal will come at the 10:58 mark here. 10:58 mark here. We've got a tie game now, 3-3. We'll see who the assists go to. We know Jackson Sable scored the goal as Campbell sends one in on net.
Scoring for Rosemount, number 12, Jackson Sable. Assist the goals number 23, Rodney Sable. Now we'll check in game. Sable from Sable.
So it was, just as Chuck called it, the Sable to Sable connection there. Unique scoring duo. That's the first time I think we've seen that, just the two of them.
Puck gets flipped in the crowd amongst the Rosemount hockey bombs up there.
So that puck,
That's a souvenir.
one of the moms get it, you said?
Yeah, it hit right in front of MJ Carlson up there, I think.
We'll face off in the Farmington zone here. That'll score it out. It's poked away by the Farmington player. As he breaks in with Wheeler, Tollefson able to make the save on a quick shot. That puck goes around the boards. Kennefic's able to center that out the top. He was able to squirt it up to Berg. He loses the handle, but stays with it, and he's hauled down. That could have been holding. Farmington now breaks out the other way with a 1-on-4. As he somehow got around the player, but Tollefson makes the save.
That was a forward playing defense there.
Nifty move by the Farmington player.
He was covering for Wheeler.
So the Irish to change the line here. King will take the face off. Campbell able to pick it up, gives it over to Broughton Sable, who sends it all the way across the ice to Campbell, who's coming up the left side. He's hit on the boards there, but able to get it to Hayes, who sends it deep. OVC gives chase. That'll go back behind the net, and a hard hit by Hayes. As he's able to center it to King, who's backhanded, just happens to hit the goalie out in front there.
Yeah, hit the goalie.
Nobody could get a handle on it.
Goalie's without a stick.
Not sure what the call, though. The net was off, I guess.
Was off, and the goalie didn't have a stick. I thought he was stopping play because the goalie didn't have a stick. I was going to come unglued.
They don't do that. The goalie doesn't have a stick. That's not a stoppage. But if the net comes off, it is, and the net was off, so hence the whistle. We'll face off in the Farmington zone here. 4:41 to go in the second. Game is tied. Sable will take the face off here as the ref tries to tell the players get on your side. That one comes out to Wheeler. He tries to chip it in. That's tipped. Wow, that went off the goalie and hit the crossbar straight down, but not in. That squirted out somehow.
Jackson missed the shovel.
So Farmington now will come the other way. They'll center that just out of the reach with a quick shot wide right. Ratzloff gives chase, and he's hit by Sable behind the net. Sable will get that up, try to get that up to Carlson. That'll squirt out now. Farmington will send that puck deep. Ratzloff will give chase. He'll send that one all the way down to nobody, and that'll be icing.
Yeah, they've had a couple shots off the goalie's back that didn't bounce the right way. The puck was spinning the wrong way and spun away from the open net rather than into the open net.
Boy, that the shot hit the goalie in the shoulder and hit the bottom of the crossbar and somehow did not go in. Another quick shot there from Farmington, just wide right. Another quick shot out of the reach of Tollefson. And as he's not able to get back into position, that's an easy tap in for Farmington. Will made the first two saves there. Lost sight of the puck, got turned around, and that one goes in to give Farmington the lead again at 4-3 now. So just like we said at the beginning, Farmington with nothing to lose, with like nothing better. than to end their regular season with a victory over a top 10 team in the state. The Irish now have their work cut out for them with 3:50 to go here in the second.
And your Tigers scoring for the Tigers, his second goal of the game.
They're calling a delayed offside here.
Assistant goal number 21, Ryan Rowe. Time goal 13:50.
So that one comes all the way over. Broughton Sable able to pick that up.
Tigers at 13-10.
Kept in by Farmington as that goes deep. Centering pass there. Farmington, Tollefson does his best to block the right side of the net. That'll be picked up by Carlson. Now he'll center it to Sabo. He'll come in, dangle across the middle back to Carlson. That's intercepted by Farmington and sent around the net. Tipped out, but picked off now by Wheeler as he cuts through and hit hard off the puck. That one comes all the way around, picked up by Ratzloff now. He'll sauce that one up to Carter, but hits something and stops short of that. Goes deep now to Wheeler, as Wheeler sends that back behind the net to Ratzloff. Ratzloff up to Berg. Berg all the way across the ice to Carter, who's able to keep control. Comes in, tries to fake the slap shot, pulls it back with the wrist shot, the old fakeroo. You teach him that one too?
Take himself out.
So Farmington just took the lead again for those of you just joining us, 4-3 with 2:34 left in the second. The Irish need to get something going here. There's a miscommunication out of the reach of Ratzloff. It's a streaking player down the middle who's checked off the puck by Wheeler.
Good job. Good back check by Klopper.
Berg now try to hold firm on the puck. Wheeler lets that go back for Ratzloff, who squirts that up to Kennefic. Kennefic tries to center that. It's broken up by Farmington. Ratzloff able to regroup. Nobody in the corner there. Klopp thought Kennefic was heading down there, and a quick shot there that squeaks through the leg, through the pads of Tollefson, but just wide left.
Spin.
And we'll send that all the way down for icing. So the Irish, again, in a unique position, down a goal right now, trailing Farmington.
Bill's character.
3-4. Jackson's able to take the face-off here. Farmington will draw that back. They'll take a shot. Tollefson able to steer that wide left.
I don't think you ever saw it.
King chips that deep. Carter's the first one in to chase it. He's able to get a stick on that. Give the Farmington player a hard time. They keep it in the zone there as King passes to himself back to the middle over to Broughton Sabo, who sends that in just to the right there. Farmington player intercepts. Campbell sends a shot that hits a Farmington player out front. They were able to chip it out, kept in actually by Campbell. He sends it in, that's offsides. They'll have to pull out, which they do. Sable the first one back in, and a high lob shot out to the middle. Picked up by Campbell, who sends it off the glass, just out of the reach of Sabo. Comes back up off the glass the same way. We're down to 1 minute. Down to 1 minute here in the period. Just broke that threshold, and that'll be icing on Farmington. Come all the way back down here. Sable wins the faceoff. There goes back to Wheeler. And he tries to center that. Lost the handle. It hit somebody there.
He wanted to shoot, but didn't. And then he decided at the last minute to shoot. It didn't work out for him.
Wheeler will break up again. Look for him to go behind the net. He cuts to the middle, sends it over to Sable, who gives a quick shot that goes wide right and out of play. Sable tries to hit the far side of the net there with a low angle shot. Not sure what that hit, but it went up in the net, out of play, and they'll face off outside of the zone as it was not tipped. Try this again. Sable, Berg, and Kennefic. Farmington wins that. Ratzloff able to send that over to Berg. Berg there blocked by the ref. That puck goes deep. Ratzloff the first one to it. Sends it over to Kennefic. Wheeler picks it up. We got a 3-on-2 here now with Berg trailing. He comes in with a quick shot. Nice shot there. Glove saved by the goalie. We couldn't keep the handle on it. That squirts out with Kennefic now with a shot high over the net. Kept in by Ratzloff with another shot blocked by Farmington. Right to Wheeler at the end of the period. A flurry of shots there for Rosemount at the end, but none of them go in. And they trail after 2 now, 3-4.
3-4, yeah. Not the greatest period of hockey for the Irish, but
after leading 2-0 after the first, Farmington scores 4 goals in the second. To Rosemount's 1. The lone goal coming with a nice backhanded roof shot by Sabo. So they've really got to get in the locker room and regroup.
buckle down. Get serious for 17 minutes.
Very similar situation to the first game these two teams played against each other. Farmington gave Rosemount a run for their money. Rosemount ended up winning in overtime, 3-2.
From what I understand, the rumblings is that we being the Irish, can't handle physical play. And they seem to think that Egan picked up on that after the first Farmington game and used it to beat us. And we'll see what happens when the rubber hits the road here in playoffs, and throw all that out there.
Well, hopefully the coaches will get with the team and let them know this is a chance to good test to rebound here with a period to go. Could be in a very similar situation in the section tournament. It's going to be important to overcome adversity.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick breather. In between the second period, I don't see any of the players we thought that might stop up coming over, so we'll take a quick break. Enjoy the view.
We got a slow Zamboni driver too. We'll be back.
All right, folks. Farmington has come back on the ice. The Irish are probably finishing their talking, or talking to.
Yeah, they should be listening.
Looks like the players that are sitting out are down there waiting to give them a little pep talk of their own as they come out. Here they come. Tollefson looks like he's on a mission. Oh yeah, he is not happy. He is, that's as aggressive as I've ever seen him come out and spin into the net.
I agree. I think you're right there.
So this might be the wake-up call the Irish need. Let's see how they handle this adversity. Being down a goal starting in the third period, a great test for them. That means nothing heading into the section tournament.
I don't think it's going to change anything, win or lose, but you always want to go in on a good note. You don't want to go in doubting your abilities.
Nonetheless, it's a good wake-up here to see what the Irish can do. Hopefully they come out with a little bit of an edge to start the period. Try to tie it up within the first couple of minutes.
Somebody should go Hanson brother on him right away.
You think any of them foiled up while they were in there?
Maybe.
Nothing wrong with a roll of quarters taped inside your glove, is there?
Not in my book.
All right, the ref's ready to go. He's ready to squat. Oh, look at it. He's like sumo. He's like stomp left, stomp right. He's going to drop low here in a minute. Oh, he doesn't drop low at the center ice. He just drops the puck. Farmington wins that face-off there as the Irish intercept as they try to send it deep. Ratzlaff off of Kennefic. That goes into the corner. Chased by Berg and Sabo with a hard hit. So it looks like the Irish will come out with a little bit of aggression. As that puck comes into the middle there with Kennefic, who loses the handle. The player lost their stick. That was Berg. Sabo was trying to tap that one free. But it goes deep now as Ratzlaff goes behind the net. He'll come up with the puck all the way to Kennefic, who tips it in and actually tips it on net. That's steered wide right. Picked off in the middle by Campbell with a quick shot just over the top of the glass. He had a slot there, but just out of the top there now. No call as both players going for the puck, and Farmington player goes down. Carter gives that puck chase as Tollefson steers it right for Carter. Carter goes back behind the net to Campbell, who gets that up to King, who sauces that to the middle to Carlson. That'll come just out, and Campbell will send that deep as Carlson gets back on side. Farmington now regroup. That puck will come around, kept in by King. Campbell sends it deep. OVC now will give chase. Oh, hit a streaking Farmington player down the middle that goes just on the right, and Tollefson is way out of the net. Farmington picks that up as Will tries to get back into position. That'll go back behind the net now as Farmington picks it up. They try to center it. Turned away there by Rosemount as OVC now comes out with nobody there. But Farmington stops the puck conveniently for King, who takes a shot that's blocked with the shin pads of the Farmington defender. Ratzlaff able to use his boot to stop the puck there. He cuts back to the middle. Onside play there, center to Ovi. He gets it back there. That's off the goalie's back, and still free. It squirts all the way out and around. That'll go all the way down the ice, and that'll be icing for sure. A couple of quick plays there behind the net. The goalie was pinched up against the post and almost went in off his back, it looked like.
We had a couple back saves in the first or second period, too.
So 2 minutes and 20 seconds have gone by now.
Kind of shaking up the lines here again in the third period.
Klopp, Hayes, and Berg out there now as Patty slides into third. That'll come up high for Wheeler to pick it up. Ratzlaff slides back with him, provides support. Wheeler send that up. That'll go back to Wheeler. He'll send that over to Ratzlaff. They'll try to come up the other side. Hayes hits Klopp coming up through the middle. He'll come in and lose the handle there. That's broken up by Farmington, but we'll have a penalty on Farmington called here. He'll send the number 8 Farmington there. Calls a hook. Not sure that was a hook.
I don't think it was a hook either.
Farmington player there not happy. I think he said hi Chuck.
He didn't think it was a hook either. He did say hi Chuck.
Farmington player said hi Chuck.
Hey Zach
And,
Willis, how you doing?
They're familiar with our feed, which is always nice to see. Irish now on the power play again. That'll come over from Wheeler to Ratsoff. They'll try to set something up. One-timer low there for Wheeler. They'll try to keep that in. That'll come all the way down. So this is the Irish's chance here on the power play to try to tie the game up. 2:48 in the third period. That hits Berg coming down the middle. Berg does a one-timer there just wide right. Wheeler's able to keep that in. He'll center. Oh, almost another hook there. Wheeler loses his balance. Down to Berg in the corner, back to Wheeler. He'll give it back to Berg. Berg will try to walk it in. He'll regroup. That's actually Carlson. Carlson will send it deep for Berg. Now Berg tries a centering pass. That's picked up by Wheeler. He'll give it a look, and that's blocked by Farmington. Ratzloff back up now to Berg. He'll take a one-timer. That hits the Farmington player in the ankle, and he's hurt. That's going to leave a mark as he shuffles to the bench. Back to Wheeler now as he'll go in. Flash that over to Berg, who dumps it deep in the corner. Carlson will circle back up to the top. Or Kenefick. 6 and an 8 look a lot alike when the jerseys are bunched up.
That's going to hurt too.
That player's hurt now as well. Ratzloff picks that up and sends it back deep. Sabo now gives chase. He's able to get that back over. Centering almost to Sabo there, who tried to pick it out of the middle of the air. Wheeler now, hits the goalie in the face. That might have actually caught him on the neck.
Got him right in the grill.
I mean, that's a wake-up call right there if you've ever seen a shot. Make sure you're not sleeping in the net.
That was higher than a logo assassin.
So that hit the Tiger in the mouth. That's what that did.
29 seconds left in the period, or in the penalty here.
We'll go with King, Carter, and Carlson. Campbell and Sabo up at the point. They'll send that back down over to Carter at the top. He'll squeeze that over to Campbell, gets it down to Sabo, walks it in. Campbell misses the shot, but Sabo able to pick that up. They'll send it back in there over to King, who gets it back to Sabo. Seems hesitant to shoot. Campbell isn't though, and that's a shot that's blocked wide left. Carter able to pick it up. He'll just under the stick of Farmington. Now Sabo will take a shot that just squirts wide left, and Farmington back to full strength, so the Irish not able to take advantage of that power play. We're just crossing the 12-minute mark as Carter wanted to say hello to the man in the corner.
He did have a meet and greet. Here, need my elbow, he said.
King, and King's hit knocked down. King able to stop the puck there to get it deep, and he's knocked down. There'll be another penalty here. Roughing call on Farmington. And the man tried to get off the ice fast to avoid getting called, but they called him. For that hit on King, it was a roughing.
I don't think they're going to let this get
So let's see if they recognize you as well, Chuck. Phil, say hi, Chuck.
Two of them? One's gonna plead his case.
We need someone to yell good call to temper down the fans on the left here. And he'll look at this relaxed posture in the box.
Spend some time there, I would think.
He's definitely, it's like a reclining chair for him in the box here. I don't know if you can see that on the feed, but
he's got a Barca lounger going.
The player in the box is very comfortable in there. So the Irish back on a power play. Just out of the reach of Ratzloff there. So the Irish get another unique chance here to try to tie the game up with 11:30 to go on a power play. Wheeler will walk to the middle here with the puck. He'll send it back over to Berg. Just can't quite handle the pass there. That'll be left for Wheeler. He'll send it into the middle. Kenefick taps it back out to Berg, who sends it in the slot to Ratzloff. Wheeler now with a shot that goes just wide left. One-time rebound by Berg.
Big one-timer there.
That was textbook hockey right there, Chuck.
You gotta swing that puck side to side. You get the goalie caught on one post.
Finally, a break goes the Irish way as a rebound puck picked up by Berg and just didn't even hesitate.
No, the sniper Berg got a Wide open net to shoot at. That time just tilted up.
Noah missed the first 3/4 of the season with an injury from his lacrosse season in the fall. Or actually last spring.
Spring, yeah.
So nice to see Noah making some great contributions here late in the season for the Irish.
I say he's got fresh legs, but it was his leg that he hurt, so
That's right.
Necessarily, he's probably.
So Berg from Ratzlaff and Wheeler on the power play. 5:47 in the period, and we're back to being tied here with 11 minutes to go. So the Irish now need to take advantage of tying the game up here to take the lead, keep the pressure on. Farmington's not slowing down. Farmington can smell it. They've got a chance here to upset the Irish with a high shot wide and right. That's picked up by the Irish now as they'll regroup back over to Carter, who slides that behind Klopp. That'll be icing. So a little miscue there.
Could have held on to that and skated it into the zone.
So we'll go back in the Irish zone here for the face-off. Sable will win that face-off, draws it back. They'll send that all the way up the ice. Berg was streaking up the left side there with that set-up play, but Farmington read that. So able to pick that up, and it'll go back to Ratzlaff. He'll cut through to the middle. Up the side to Kennefic, who sends it all the way over to Wheeler. He'll dance around his man. That's centered now over to Berg, who tries to go around and gets pinched up. Kept in there by Sabo. High fly ball deep to left field and out of play. Another souvenir to the, looks like the medic might have caught that.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to keep that one and take it home.
They think it's outside, but the refs know what they're doing. I'm not sure why the parents here are trying to call the play. I didn't realize he knows what he's doing. They'll drop the puck. Farmington able to pick that up. That goes all the way down. That should be icing. That'll come all the way back down. Just about to cross the 10-minute mark here, remaining in the game. Those of you official hockey aficionados, the 7-minute mark, we're just about to cross.
There you go. Well, you're right on it today. There you go.
We'll try this again in the zone. That's picked up by Rosemount. That comes all the way out to the middle. Wheeler couldn't keep the handle on that, and Farmington now comes in as Wheeler takes his man down hard. And they're going to call a penalty on that? They're calling a penalty on that. What is the penalty here? A tripping call. That's called a hip check in my book. I don't know what you'd call that, Chuck, but...
The referee on the far end of the ice called a penalty. There was a referee standing 10 feet from the play. He didn't see it.
Wow.
And the guy, I don't get it.
And the Farmington student section tries to antagonize Wheeler as he goes to the box.
A trip, no, maybe an interference.
It'd be nice to get a shorthanded goal now. Wheeler could let the student section know where they're at. So interesting, the Farmington student section is sitting in front of a lot of the Rosemount parents. As Carter gives chase into the corner there. Broughton Sabo able to come up with it, tries to get it out. That's picked up by Farmington and sent back across the ice. Campbell able to ride the man off the puck. Farmington though able to regroup. Picks that up, goes back the other way behind the net. They'll get it back up to the top now with a wrist shot that goes high and up in the upper deck, over the netting. See if that one comes back or that one stays with the kids. That stays with the kids.
But they don't give pucks back too easily around.
They're going to run out of pucks in that bucket. I think they're down to a couple.
Yeah,
it's like your golf bag when you're on the 18th hole, you get your last ball.
Big puck bucket.
May not be able to finish the game today. Oh, off the stancha. That comes hard out to the middle there. Kennefic gives chase. That's picked up by King with Kennefic already in the zone. And he gets a stick on it, but right into the goalie there. That brought Wheeler to his feet from the box. That's the kind of shorthanded goal we'd like to have seen.
Well, that's the kind of short-handed goals they've been scoring here lately.
1:11 to go here in the penalty kill still. Berg will face that off. Farmington will pick that up. They'll send it back behind the net. Campbell stays up at the top. Kennefic will give chase in the zone. Farmington now trying to break out as Berg hits his man, but he goes down. Farmington enters in but loses the handle, and that's an easy pickup for Campbell there, who tries to send it out, and that's a hand pass. Farmington player can't believe it, but apparently they need to learn the rules. You can't pick the puck up and throw it to your own player.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's cheating.
This is not rugby or football. That'll come all the way into the Farmington zone there, so they were on the offense there. Now they'll play defense. Sable will take the face off. Carter on his right. That goes right to Carter. He sends it up to Campbell, who does a one-timer that was not anywhere near the net.
24 feet wide.
Farmington will pick that up. They'll try to regroup now with 33 seconds to go in their power play. Sable will chase them in to the zone there. Gives them a hard time, and they're able to get out to center ice. Carter now able to checks the man off the puck, and Campbell in the perfect spot to pick that up. He'll send that high and up off just past the man. They're able to pick it up and around. And Tollefson able to get his pad on that. Unfortunately, Campbell was there to pick the puck up and send it down. Farmington now will regroup, come in through the middle. That's broken up by Carter. Carter's able to sauce that up to Wheeler. They're back to full strength. So another successful penalty kill for the Irish. As Carter now centers that to Sabo. Sabo chips it to himself on the side and dumps it in. King will give a chase to that. Farmington now will try to come out the other way. That's picked off by Berg and sent back into the corner. Just out of the reach of Kennefic, but King chases. He'll send that back into the corner on 3 Farmington players on him. He'll chip that out. He'll send it deep. That goes off of Wheeler's stick, picked up by Broughton Sabo. He'll go be behind the net. Nice pass up to Berg there, who's able to get it over to King. Now he comes in. King tries to center it to Wheeler, who taps it to himself, and Kennefic's there to pick it up, and we've got to stop as the nets come off.
Yeah, I think they just continue play even though the net's off. Have some spice to the game.
Just let the goalie pull it back on, right, Chuck?
That's right.
I mean, you got to shoot from a different angle if it's off the net. It's still got to shoot. Keep playing. I like that idea.
Let the goalie figure out where he's got to be.
Turn the net back against the board if you want. See if they can score that way. Weak pass up there to Wheeler, who's able to just shoot it wide right. As Ratsoff will take a shot, that's tipped. OVC there trying to just keep it in. Klopp able to get it down. Oh. Quick pass. And a shot to goal by OVC. That might be OVC's. Is that his second goal or his first?
Must be his first. They're not rushing to get that puck.
Nobody running out to grab the puck, so he might have been there before already. They'll come to center ice with that puck. Nobody's grabbing it, so OVC's been to the barn before. Able to pick that up nicely. Oh, now they're calling for the puck. Now they're calling for it, so that was OVC's first goal.
Good for him.
So great rebound there on a shot. He was able to pull it back and then stuff it in.
His mom was extremely happy up in the stands.
So now the Irish back in the lead, 5-4. And a great pronunciation of his name.
Yeah, we just call him OVC in the hood.
Patty Hayes gets the first assist. And that'll be the OVC. I'm impressed that the guest announcer has his name pronounced perfectly. We don't even attempt that. We just call him OVC. But a great play there as the Irish take the lead again, now 5-4 with 6 minutes to go in the game. This is the adversity they needed to fight now as Kennefic gives chase. Now Sabo able to tip it to himself one-handed into the corner. as he'll go behind the net, fight off 2 Farmington players and leaves it behind there. As they try to center now, that's sent back into the corner. Berg picks it up. He'll send a high shot off the goalie's mask. Kennefic now into the corner. Chased by 2 guys. Sabo now centers, but nobody there. But Campbell able to keep it in. He'll do a wrist shot there. That's tipped down almost in by Kennefic, who goes from behind the net. Kennefic does his best Parisi.
Yeah, that's exactly
and goes
what
from
happened.
behind the net and behind the red line off the back of the goalie and in.
He did that on purpose. The old goal scorer trick from way back.
That is one way to score a goal. That's a trick question. How can you score a goal from behind the net? That's how.
Shoot it off the back of the goalie.
So well done there by Connor Kennefic.
Yeah, think outside the box a little bit. Whatever Coach Saney told him between periods is working.
So now they have a 2-goal lead. They've scored 3 goals this period. To come back from being down 4-3 to leading now 6-4. So that's Kennefic from Sabo. From Campbell and Sabo. Wow. So it looks like they're sending the Rosemount player to the bench, or to the box. 5-on-5 hockey, they're both going to the box. Riley Bowick going to the box, along with one of the Farmington seniors, Gavin Enright, who happens to be a neighbor of ours, or his cousins are neighbors of ours. The Rosemount kids wanting to wave. 5-on-5 hockey here as both players go for roughing. Rosemount able to pick that one up. They try that play again from the back corner there. Farmington will get it deep. Tollefson will make the save and he'll glove it to stop. So we're right at the 5-minute mark here now. 12-minute mark, 5 minutes to go. Thank you, Chuck. Those of you just joining us, the Irish have taken the lead after being down 4-3 here in the second to now leading 6-4. They've come out, the talking they must have got in the second period has taken hold. Oh, we've got a slash there.
Right across the throat.
That could leave a mark, and that looks like Carlson is down. He could be hurt. That hit him in the neck. And the play continues, which is interesting considering he was hitting the neck. And he does, we've just been informed he does have a neck guard, so that's a good sign as Ricky takes a look at the neck. They look at the player if there's, do they call 4 minutes in high school if there's blood?
I would think so.
They're going to confer here because this player might be leaving the game.
That was a drive-by slash.
This could be head contact. He could be leaving the game. I don't think the refs are talking about how do you shave in the morning.
2 minutes high stick.
So 2 minutes high stick. We've just got the word from the man in the box there, Chuck Carter. He's able to read lips apparently.
I can read hand signals.
So now the Irish will go on the power play.
Henderson of the Tigers for high sticking at 12:30.
So the Irish will try to add to their lead here on the power play. As Berg hits a shot that goes off the goalie's head. Rebounded shot blocked. Ratzloff. Wheeler will wind up. Well, he tried to wind up. Berg's got it. He'll wind up. That goes wide left off the goalie's stick there, and that'll face off in the zone. So the goalie will have to regroup his equipment after taking another puck to the face.
That cage has to be pretty damn close to his nose right now.
He's going to have...
They're just going to keep feeding Bergie and see if they can get him that hat trick. He's got 2 goals already.
I mean, if he wore a plastic shield, that thing would be shattered by now.
Yes, it would be.
The metal, you're right, the metal on that has to be getting awful black or awful dented.
I think he does have a plastic shield. Bubble.
So Wheeler now picks up that face off. They'll try to do some more damage to the face guard. That'll send over. They'll three-way it up at the top there with Wheeler, Berg, and Ratzlaff. Be some fighting going on in front of the net there as the Irish try to set up an angle. Wheeler with a wrist shot there that goes over the top of the net. That'll go all the way down. Picked up now by Wheeler behind the net. The Irish will try to do their best Mighty Duck V formation out of the zone. Carlson brings it in. He'll send it to Kennefic with a quick one-timer off the goalie and out of play. So still a minute to go here in the power play, and the Irish will change it up.
Carlson takes the drive-by slash to the throat and doesn't miss a shift.
He's not a soccer player.
He's not a soccer player, he's a hockey player.
So the Irish will try to finish the power play here with Broughton, Sabo, King, Carlson, Carter, and Campbell. Farmington tries to send that around. They lose the handle. That's chipped out with an accelerator. All the way down the ice. Tollefson wants to touch the puck. In case they score, he'll get an assist. That'll be dropped back behind for Campbell, who'll feed that up to Carlson. He'll streak in and put the flaps. Center that back to Broughton Sable, who gets it over back to himself. Over to Campbell, who's not afraid to shoot. And that puck's loose and just squirts wide right. King is the first one there to pick it up. Carlson tries to help out. Carter now involved. Carter able to come out with the puck, and he'll try to get it up to the top. He'll walk it there himself, and out of the zone, unfortunately. Lost the handle there as he was trying to drop it back for Campbell, as Campbell now will send it deep. Farmington tries to get that back up, and Broughton Sable able to keep that in. Farmington, though, takes a chop at it, and it comes out. Power play is over. Both teams back to full strength.
Still have two guys in the box, and they'll come out with the next whistle.
We're still 5-on-5 hockey here, though, with the two coincidental roughing penalties still in the box. They'll come out at the next stop, as Chuck mentioned. Wheeler loses the handle there as Farmington intercepts. They try to center, but Wheeler able to regroup and get his own puck back. Carter able to chip that back around to OVC, who scored his first varsity goal tonight. That comes all the way back down. Tollefson touches in case there's an assist. There will not be for Tollefson, as Josh Klopp able to put a hit on. Farmington sends it deep. We're down to a minute 50. Look for Farmington to pull the goalie here in the next 30 seconds. And a quick one-timer there, blocked by Tollefson. What a nice play by Farmington, but Rosemount read that like a book, and then Tollefson able to make a save. Ratzlaff now regroups and sends that back behind the net. We're down to 1:27 to go here. Farmington goalie still in. Farmington intercepts, but he's pinched off the puck by Wheeler. And the goalie now leaving. So empty net now for Rosemount as they break out. Bad timing for the goalie to leave, as there's an empty net. An easy goal for Ratzlaff. Terrible timing for the goalie to come off as the Irish were breaking out of the zone.
I think the goalie just got on the bench and Jake slammed in.
I mean, the coach that started to pull him without realizing Rosemount was coming out, you just can't do that. They were in the game, but as a Rosemount fan, we'll take that.
No doubt about that.
3-goal lead now as the Irish have scored 4 unanswered goals in the third period with a minute 10 to go. That pretty much should put the cap on the game now.
That's about it.
Time to go 15-50. Brad Brock for the Irish at 15-50.
So this is all done but the formality now, as the Farmington player is giving Bowick some fits there. Refs aren't even paying attention. It's like a cat and mouse game over there on the left side. Bowick, though, says, I got it, as he's cross-checked now. So Farmington obviously had a chance, but Rosemount just too strong. 1 minute remaining now as they'll send it up. That'll try to get chipped out. It's the fourth line. I'll see their first action tonight. And a hard hit against the boards there. Farmington now. Boys are going to just have to protect themselves to avoid being hurt.
Don't need anybody getting hurt now.
So Farmington will try to break out now as they pick the puck up at the middle. Wow. And Tollefson makes a great save as The Irish defenseman there just got walked, and there's a fight in the corner going on down here. And that's a penalty. He's out of the game. Farmington player took a swat at JT Heim's head there. And that's another example of what you can't do. He's out. Punched him in the head. If they had another game, he'll probably sit that game too.
Well, he'll be sitting the first game of sections.
Yeah, that's with 16 seconds to go. That's
not good thinking.
Just dumb on their part. But fortunately, JT Heim held his composure there. He had to take a shot to the head, but in doing so, penalty on Farmington. They only called roughing? Wow. There's a definite headshot in there, but Heim with a shot there. He'd like to try to get a goal. Takes a floating 5-iron, skulled a 5-iron there into the goalie.
It's like a wiffle ball.
That'll come out. Heim with another shot with another low knuckleball. Somebody's stick broke on that play.
It's going to cost Klopper $300 face-off there.
Klopp took the face-off and lost the stick. That broke. But that ends the game, folks, and ends the Irish's regular season with their 11th win in a row. A 7-4 victory in a tightly contested battle for 2 periods at least against the Farmington Tigers, who now end their regular season. Both teams head into the section playoffs, one with a little more momentum than the other.
Yeah. 22 and 3.
22 and 3 regular season for the Irish. That's a record. Broke the record for total number of wins by one last year. And the fans are elated. Garrett Horsager with the upper body injury.
Body injury.
Oh, just body.
Emotionally.
It's a brain injury. It's a brain injury.
Yeah.
At least it's not your mouth.
Yeah.
You want those teeth to stay straight. Sure.
Hey guys. It's Liv Larry. Shout out Mark Lehman. Hey, it's Liv Larry and Grace.
Everybody wants to talk.
Haley Wald, are you still watching? Pucks in, pucks deep. 7-4.
6 on bodies.
6 on bodies.
Pucks on net.
Pucks on net.
Pucks deep.
Pucks deep. You know
Skate
how
hard.
it is. Yeah. Thank you.
Score more goals than the other team.
Yeah. That's the ultimate goal.
Get off the ice for Zamboni sucks you out.
All right.
So yeah, they're off to McDonald's now.
See ya.
Guys, enjoy your ice cream cones.
Thank you.
So, wow, what a season, Chuck.
That was fun. It was fun.
I think we may be done as we enter the section tournament. We're going to check a ruling if the home games at Rosemount were allowed to broadcast or not. I understand we've had an upgrade to our equipment.
Oh yeah, we got to give that table a new try.
So we need to get the table out. So we got to do, so even if we have lunch on it one afternoon, we're going to get out there and plug something into that thing.
I'll bring some leftover scones from Quick Trip.
We'll do something with that thing, but what a great season. Some unfortunate injuries here at the end of the season, but the Irish certainly have momentum heading into the section tournament. Most likely with the number 2 seed. They pretty much locked that up today. Maybe locked that up with the conference title the other night. Farmington gave the Irish all they could handle for those first 2 periods, actually leading after 2, 4-3. The Irish, though, must have had a stern talking to in the locker room from head coach Ricky Saney.
I think he probably gave him a piece of his mind.
Said, you guys, let's try to do something different here. Whatever it was, it worked, and the Irish came out, scored 4 unanswered goals in the 3rd period to win the game 7-4. So 22nd victory of the year. That's a record. They've tied the longest winning streak record now at 11. And certainly have momentum heading into the section tournament, which will start for them Thursday, the 21st of February, at the Rosemount Community Center against an opponent to be yet to be named. Most likely could be
Parker
Eastridge. or Cottage Grove, Park of Cottage Grove. You're right. So we'll see what happens. Looks Sunday for the brackets as they'll come out.
Pack the house. Don't,
Looks like come to the game.
Don't sit at
you
home
can
and
watch
listen
the
to
feed
us.
later.
Don't
It'll
go
be on
home and-
recording.
Don't stay at home and listen to us. Get out to the house.
We're not paid by the number of viewers, that's for sure. We got to go. The producer is telling us to hang up. So, Chuck, any last words?
Peace out.